Get the rolling turd a going.
3, 2, 1. Welcome everyone to episode 40 of Ultimate
Wait,
Gamer
we're starting?
Podcast.
We're not even checking if everyone else is going to join us?
No one else is going to join us.
This is horrible planning. You should not listen to this podcast.
We just pull it out of our ass, you know that.
Yes, I'm being the devil's advocate on this one.
Well, but we have an interesting week of topics. This is actually the fastest intro we've ever done.
Tiniest, fastest, most horrible intro. Yes.
No, well, we usually bullshit for like 20 minutes.
So horrible, in fact, that I didn't even know it was an intro.
Well, now you know, and knowing is half the battle.
Introception! No, anyway. It's an intro to the intro.
Well, originally we were going to start off with PlayStation news, but this is a special episode because, now, for those of you who have listened to this show, you know that Andy is a Google fan. Not a fanatic, not a psycho, but a fan of Google's work.
I like Google's work because they're basically a giant building full of geeks that I can, understand their methodologies, and they have a shit ton of money. And so what happens, you get great creations, great systems, great fucking, like, everything, from cell phones to even their Chromebooks, which, by the way, I've been working with one at work recently, and I've unfortunately fallen in love with a Chromebook. But that's
everyone I've ever heard that touches a Chromebook loves it. Is it really all that,
It's just simple. It's like, it's the Apple Simple, but added to the fact that you can actually do shit with it.
Huh.
But anyway, that's going to be another story. Main thing right now, ladies and gents, which everyone throughout all of YouTube's has been saying the same thing. What the fuck is Google doing to YouTube? Why? Out of all the things that they could have possibly changed, why this? The comments section being only top comments, which, by the way, can anyone give me an actual correct definition of what a top comment is?
They had some weird bullshit reason or like algorithm for it, but I mean, it's supposed to
I love your algorithms, Google. I eat them for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. They are the soy sauce to my rice. But not here. Not here where logic and reason can be done. Much better than just using some type of, I don't know.
But I mean, that's only part of the issue. Look, I mean, I've made a video. I don't know if you watched it yet. It actually is doing quite good, which was not expecting. It actually has 2,513 views already, and I just released it yesterday. It has to be my most popular video released in like a year. But, I mean, I covered the fact that, as a person who creates content on YouTube, this change puts a major dent into, how I use YouTube. Maybe I'm using YouTube wrong and Google wants to correct me, but, I love reading comments on the videos. I mean, heck, look at the podcasts. I mean, I love it when...
That's kind of like 30% of what I do for the podcast, though.
Exactly.
Horrible replies.
Oh, well, the only good thing that came out of Google Plus is that you can create a whitelist and a blacklist. So I whitelisted Andy. So if you try to flag him or anything, it will not do shit.
Woohoo.
So Andy will no longer be susceptible to the whole spam marked thing.
Well, whoop-de-fucking-do, but I'm probably not even going to be using it. I use Google Plus, and I'm not going to lie. I do actually use Google Plus, but it's mostly for work-related stuff or stuff that has to do with my own personal feed, because I found that although a lot of people use Facebook as a personal feed, Google Plus already integrates directly with all of my devices. Heck, I love Google so much, I bought the Nexus 5 the day it came out. If you don't know what it is, that's another story we'll cover maybe in our tech podcast if that ever happens. But yeah, all of my devices, mostly Nexus and all of the stuff that I use, along with the Chromebook that I use at work, all of that stuff is tied into the same thing in my Google Plus account. And that's fucking brilliant because I'm able to do not only the stuff that I like, but the stuff that has to do with work all at the same time. That's great and all. But when you integrate it into something like YouTube, that is an ecosystem based on what A comes before B, which becomes before C kind of thing when it comes to the reply, which comes to the demographics of how the videos actually make money, how the videos are presented, how the videos are fucking found to each. Google has done so many bad things since they got YouTube. The recommended views, which I've never liked. I've never seen anything in the recommended views that has actually caused my interest. I don't know. It's like one bad decision after the other. Maybe I'm looking at this the wrong way. John, what do you think?
Well, I think, I mean, I've been reading a lot of the things now. People have been very creative with the comments. I mean, the amount of drawings they're making with comments is pretty insane. Like, people are drawing tanks and stuff. But,
That's usually what happens when you piss off the internet.
I mean, I love your comment. You wrote, "I'm usually on the side of Google, but what the fuck?"
That's
But what's funny is someone wrote this. It's a guy named Muck Up X. He wrote, "You want to see a problem with the new comment section?" And he repeats it and repeats it and repeats it. And then there's a little button that says expand this comment and repeats it about 200 something times. So it fills up the entire fucking block of sections and you have to scroll for a while. There's no limitations, which I have to say is a plus and a bad thing at the same time, because
everything you gain from it, you lose it and then some. It's not worthwhile.
I have to say, I mean, would you say that this single-handedly is the absolute worst change Google has ever made to YouTube?
I am not one for absolutum, but yes, this is by far the biggest hit to my love of Google. At this point, I don't know.
I can't believe
did nobody ask questions beforehand?
Oh no, but did you, when they originally announced it, did you ever read the page? Like, if you click access to new comments, if you go to the official blog, it says, "We hear you, better commenting coming to YouTube."
This is caused not only by YouTube, but by most likely a whole bunch of special interest groups of parents who have nothing better to do or have no concept of what the internet is or what the real world is, and are just, instead of actually parenting, are throwing the blame at everyone else and fucking us over.
Yeah, they fucked this up. And everyone loves when they write it. If you go on to the Google blog, there's 1,571 comments, and people start off with, let's see, the first one. "This is awful, dude. It's awful. This is awful. I hate
before,
this."
I've never been one to like intentionally just
Google Plus fucking ruined
bad,
YouTube.
Horrible comments. I've never been one to just really like berate someone for no reason. When I do it in our comments, I do it because someone presents an idea that is either stupid or worthy of, competition. But now this actually makes me want to go out there and mess with the system and send as many angry, horrible things at random people for no reason. This kind of shit is the thing that spawns trolls, and not even like the shitty, redundant, fresh out of middle school trolls. No. We're talking about the real trolls, the ones that you hear about that cause the horrible mayhem that just gets lulls on the internet. This is the kind of shit that would break anyone else's patience, and you just want to do harm to it now at this point.
Oh no, I felt that way. Like, I mean, I even said, like, the other previous changes, I've never felt this bad about it. Like, I mean, I hated Cosmic Panda, which is what we're all using right now. I really wish it was the old, channel layouts. I missed it because it had a sense of,
because God forbid we want to keep up with our subscriptions.
Well, yeah, I know, right? And the fact is, like, the new homepage, I mean, I remember when people flipped their shit on that one, and I still think the current homepage
I'm
is
still
shit.
pissed off about that, but
I miss the old homepage. Like, the old homepage.
I miss
really
actually
made
seeing
sense.
my subscriptions, not having to scroll through half the shit of that I don't care about in order to
Exactly.
get to my
But now
subscriptions.
they've applied this Google Plus shit to the phone app. So now, when you're scrolling on the phone app, it shows only top comments. It doesn't allow you to switch.
I mean,
to
you do
browse
have
by
the pull
new.
down menu, and you're
No,
able
there
to
is
see
no
the newest
there-
comments.
I know, but you have to manually change that every fucking time. It seems like Google's backwards.
And even if you do
It's like-
that,
it's
you're not
always-
able to see the thread comments, which was everybody was using it before. Threads. So you saw who responded to who, to what. That way you can follow a conversation and didn't have to continuously click through a plethora of different fucking like comments and replies. What the hell happened to that? That was working. I was okay with that.
Exactly.
That is how I kept track of how much I kicked your ass, audience.
I know, and I just like it. Just have you noticed though that Google loves to default to things that I don't like? I mean, why does it default to top comments? Why, when you click YouTube button in the top left corner, does it default to what to watch? I want it to default to my subscriptions. You know, and it just seems like Google has like absolutely no idea what people want. They never sit down and ask the legitimate question, okay, what is it that you guys want? And I have to say, of all the changes, this is the one where people are the most loud about. Where I've seen top people, like people that have 1 million subscribers, making a video saying, this fucking sucks. I mean, heck, Ray William Johnson even made a video saying Google Plus sucks. So,
I don't even know who that is, and I already agree with him.
Yeah, he's
I know.
one of the
I'm
biggest,
sorry, folks.
You know,
I have a job.
But it is just horrendous, this change, and I am willing to bet that this is going to be that one that changes. I'm willing to bet because I've never seen it this hated.
As someone who's seen the past, I can tell you that nothing's going to happen. We're going to bitch about it. We're going to bitch about it. Eventually, they're not even going to like move, and then we'll eventually find something.
They fucked up analytics, so I can't even like check that shit anymore. Like, I remember I used to go to the Google AdWords or whatever it was, or AdSense, and you go there and it would tell you how much you made. No, now you have to go through analytics, which is always wrong because it doesn't tell you anything. They fucked that one up. Hey, look, 10% are female that watch me.
Okay.
89.5% are male.
Well, that totally makes sense.
0.5% is...
Yep. The transsexual community, we are okay with you. High fives all around. Whoa, no crossing swords.
I mean, it just pisses me off because the timing sucked. Because the PlayStation 4 comes out next week, and I'm like, damn it. Of all the weeks for them to pull this shit, they had to do it this week. But you know what's funny is that Google never bothers to actually fix any of the real issues with the site.
Nope.
Like the fact that it defaults to standard def. You have to install a third-party plugin into your Chrome browser to actually force the web page to load in HD. Half the time you can't watch a video because it says failing to load. YouTube has its menstrual cycle where you can't watch any YouTube videos without lagging.
That's true. That's dependent on
they
the
never
high
bother
traffic,
to up
area.
the bit rate where, high def video can be a little bit more high def. I don't know. I'm sick and tired of this shit. And everyone else is. And that's the problem, is that Google gets away with it because they're the only kid on the block that's popular. I mean, the difference between this and the next most popular site is substantial. I mean, the market share is like Android versus Apple. I mean, there are more Android phones in the world than iOS devices. And I have to say, YouTube is Android. I mean, it's just the most popular. But, it's a shame. It really is a shame. Now, moving on to real news.
Yeah, that was real news, and you know what? If you guys,
I wasn't even going to bring it up, but when when Andy mentioned it, I was not expecting Andy to mention it.
I am fucking outraged.
Wow.
And it takes a lot to outrage me. But this is just one of those decisions where, like, what were you thinking? That's like the guy who chops off his own hand or something like that. It's like, what was crossing through your mind that allowed this situation, specifically this situation, to seem like a good idea. I don't know. That's enough of my Dinkelberg of for this. Okay, so just move on.
Well, we have interesting news all related to PS4 because next week is PS4 week. Okay.
Yeah, and then as I mentioned, this episode's a bit too PS4 heavy for my taste.
Dude, you're just pissed off because Microsoft just failed you. It failed everybody.
I'm actually not pissed off. I was never truly a full fan of Microsoft. I was a full fan of Bungie, but we've gone our separate ways from then on.
Sure,
I'm pissed
but now
off
they have
because
Destiny. You're not excited about Destiny? It's going to be on the PS4.
Nope.
No?
Nope.
Okay. Well, it's
I'm not excited about it because I haven't really seen it work. And whenever anyone sees it work, it's behind two closed doors and with some kind of like a condition of not being able to talk about some things or other. Until I see the full system that they're trying to do, which what they're trying to do is fucking incredible. Until I see it fully working and, not shitty, then yeah, I'll be excited. But for right now, nope.
All right, so now I have a question for you. What do you want to do next week? Do you want to do the show on Friday or do you want to do it on Thursday? Because if we do it on Friday, I can spend the entire episode gloating as to how I have a PlayStation 4 and that I'm better than you.
Okay. I'll have a Nexus 5. I'll be better than you.
Ooh. Those are fighting words. Let's
Yes,
have a
yes,
walk-off. Walk-off. Derelict my balls.
Oh my god. Somebody start yelling out race war so we can get every corner of like bad taste.
It's just like that in South Park. Race war, race war, race war. Shit is going down. Shit is going down. Race war.
Oh my god. Moving on.
Moving on. BlockBuster will not refund PS4 pre-orders until you write a letter, which
Aren't they officially closing down the last 300?
actually, yes, that was the most priceless moment yesterday. I mean, I carpool with to go to and from work, and this one guy for the past 4 years kept telling me how BlockBuster Online was so much better than Netflix. Kept telling me how Netflix was shit. When Netflix raised its prices, he's like, BlockBuster doesn't raise its prices. Oh, it's better, it's better, it's better. When I used to say, well, there's no BlockBuster around me because the one near me closed down, he's like, well, the one near me is still up. I broke
Not
the
anymore.
news. I broke the news to him. I said, buddy, sorry for your loss. He's like, what? I said, Blockbuster is shutting down all remaining stores as of January. And his face reaction was like, what the fuck? It was priceless. And I said, well, they're shutting down the mail by order setup too, starting next month.
Oh boy.
He was like, he looked like his dog was just run over. And he watched it happen. That was it. He was like, I don't believe you. I don't believe you. Whips out his iPhone, types in. He's like, fuck.
What do you expect from a company whose CEO back in like 2007 or 8 was it?
No, it was 2000, about 2006, I believe.
2006 stated, and I quote, "Streaming movie services will never take off. Netflix will be out of the market within a quarter." These were the words out of the CEO of Blockbuster back in 2006.
Because Netflix offered to have a partnership with Blockbuster, and
Blockbuster said no. And the price for that is only a millionth of what Netflix is worth now. They actually were trying to save Blockbuster.
Exactly. Blockbuster being the cocky piece of shit it was. Now, this is, mind you, this was during the time when late fees were like beyond ridiculous.
Yeah.
And then once Netflix starting to take off, I remember the whole ad campaign, no more late fees, but it turned out there were still late fees.
Yep.
The whole, well, if you don't return it within 7 days, we actually charge your card the full price of the movie. So it's not a late fee. It's just you're buying the movie. It's the same fucking
huzzah.
thing. I remember those days. And I mean, I never cared for Blockbuster because, I mean, they're the same assholes that would charge you if you didn't rewind the tape.
Oh, that is so stupid.
You remember those days?
Yes, I do.
That's right, kiddies. We didn't have spinning discs that you put in a computer. No. We had old school tape.
Tape. Which, by the way, some some of the clients that I work for actually still use tape drives. So yeah, it's
No.
still.
Tape drives are still good, actually. Have you seen
No, no, they're great, but
they have
it,
a 10 terabyte tape drive where
the
it's just
thing
like a
is
single
that
tape is
although
10
tape is
terabytes.
great, if you walk around with a magnet, it'll fuck shit up.
No
If you
shit.
have, say, I don't know, a normal drive or even a solid state drive, then yeah, you have a better chance because it comes with shielding. But I don't know.
No, but magnetic storage is still the way to go.
Of course it is because it's super cheap and you can get it from some place in Transylvania for cheap.
No. They no, I'm dead
I know, I
serious.
know.
The
Dude, I placed the orders for
data
them. I know.
density on these drives is ridiculous. Like it's amazing. Which we're gonna have a little tech side segue, right?
We still haven't like
Did you
started
see?
actually on the gaming.
Don't worry. We'll go back to BlockBuster. But did you hear about Hitachi? 6 terabyte helium-filled hard
Yeah,
drives.
because it seems that they're able to add 2 extra spindles in a helium-filled drive. That's
Yep,
actually pretty fucking
7 layers, bitches.
cool. Yeah, from
7
5 to
platters.
7, so you can actually have feasible terabyte drives.
You know I want one of those badly.
Yeah, yeah, I know.
Just imagine.
That was
I mean,
actually pretty fucking
if you have a
interesting.
Drobo filled with 5 of those suckers, oh god.
For those of you who don't, you know what? No, I'm not even going to explain it. Figure it out yourselves.
Exactly. If you don't know what a Drobo is a consumer dumbed down version of a RAID array.
Ah, raid.
I love RAID. I mean, the good thing they did, and I've noticed a lot of RAID cards are starting to adopt, is the extended RAID or expandable RAID, where you could set it up one way and then just keep on expanding it later. I mean,
Yeah.
that's a smart idea, and it definitely helps out because it's cool. So back to video games. Actually, where this actually takes place, for people that are pissed off about the PS4's only like laptop drive, you could attach a desktop hard drive. You just need to make the cables external.
And be okay with the fact that the guts of your PS4 are going to be outside.
No, it doesn't have to. You just lift the one flap. It's still user replaceable. So you just literally stick an extension cable in there and then you're good. You could put a 4 terabyte drive in there if you need to. But you're always going to have that, umbilical cord stuck to your PS4 if you're going to bring it
And there's
around.
also going to be the fact that not only is the form factor off, but if something were to happen, it's not the best thing to have done in the first place.
Okay, so back to Blockbuster. So what happened was a lot of retards, and I have to flat out say it, retards, pre-ordered PS4s and Xbox Ones from Blockbuster. Blockbuster eventually said that, they had people that paid in full and everything, and they eventually said that they can't fulfill any of the pre-orders.
Womp womp.
And the thing is, it's Blockbuster's policy that they do not give cash refunds, that they will give you refunds in the form of movies. So if you bought one movie and you just didn't like it or whatever, you would give it in and you can get another one. So if you bought $400 worth of movies, you're going to have a nice field day with all those useless Blu-rays. But one guy actually got so pissed off, he literally held up a sign saying, Blockbuster won't give me my money back. And he waited until opening, and they actually paid him back. But Blockbuster wants everyone who has a PS4 pre-order to write a letter. You have to send a letter to corporate, and then they have to approve this.
In the age of email and digital conversion, in the age where we have people now that barely even write, let alone know how to mail a letter. We have generations that literally do not know what the post office really is for besides packages. I.e. stuff that comes from Amazon.
What is this damn paper shit?
What is this place that delivers stuff from eBay and or Amazon? You expect the people that are actually buying the PS4 today, in the age of, hey, what the hell is that thing? A pen? To actually sit down, write a letter, and send it in? Just...
Those
that's
bastards.
the best way. That's the most devious old man way of saying fuck you to everyone who gave him money.
Well,
That
yeah,
is-
no, but that's the same thing for for instance, like Easy Pass. Whenever you go into New York, it's $13 to go over the bridge. But if you register your Easy Pass for a carpool, it knocks it down to $4. But no, wait, you can't, you can't just send it electronically. You have to print out a form, fill it out, mail it out, and then and wait until someone actually bothers to go through the mail. You gotta love this. It's like, no, we offer...
It's the foundation of America.
Yeah, we offer an alternative that saves you money, but, you know, it just takes 3 months to process. And, of course, you know, we just lost your letter in the mail, so we never got it. But, yeah, it sucks for all the people of BlockBuster, but you know what? As the good Andy is going to tell you...
If you were ordering from BlockBuster in the first place... There's a long list of problems that you already had.
Exactly.
That there's no way we could have saved you.
Yes. I'm sorry. You can't fix stupid.
Okay. Yeah. That's not even stupid. That's stupid, but they don't know that
Why
they're
would
stupid.
you pre-order from a company
if you're
that's
pre-ordering
going
from
bankrupt,
BlockBuster,
you dumbasses?
you're the type of person who both wears the helmet at all times but isn't aware it's there.
No, they're the same people that buy watches from the corner people opening
You
up their
drive
coats.
a short bus that people on the short bus call the short bus. That is
now,
like the four-seater bus.
also known as a station wagon.
No. It still looks like an actual school bus. You haven't seen these? These short bus?
No, I haven't.
They're actually still look like a yellow school bus outside. But they're shrunk down so much that you can only get like 4 or 5 people in them.
Well, wait, is this like the obesity bus where you can only fit 4 fat people, or?
No. You can fit 4 normal people. It's a super, super tiny bus. I've seen them on the highway when I go to work. I've seen a couple of them.
And you just point and laugh.
Yes.
Oh, look, he's wearing 2 helmets.
Helmetception. I want to be at the safe.
Oh god, you know you're gonna get shit for that.
When do I not get shit for something? Anyway, moving on.
When I disable comments on the video.
Oh, don't be a woman.
Well, we don't have to worry because it's not like anyone's actually gonna comment on this episode.
It's not like you could comment. We will never see it, not because we blocked it, but because Google doesn't think it's a top comment.
Exactly. Now, last week there was a part where Andy told me that this is Sony. They're not going to pull a Microsoft. They're not going to reverse a decision. Well, the following day, Sony announces that they will be adding DLNA support and MP3 support.
Literally hours
update.
After we had finished the episode. After this asshole kept me up all night. Jeez.
Dude, you sound a little bitter.
I'm just tired. It's the booze. Anyway, so Sony's not so much dropping the ball because as much as nobody expected it to happen, it happened anyway because it was going to be an outrage. So what they're doing is that they're pulling focus from the real problems of shit like not being able to listen to music while you're playing the game, etc., and they're just focusing on this. Hey, you said you didn't like this. We were able to fix it. Ha. Huh.
Exactly, and I like that. You know what? That shows that you're listening.
No, it's not listening. It's misdirection. It's the first rule of salesmanship. Along with spying and all that shit. They had to do something. They had to give in to something. And so, they gave in to the one thing that they were going to fix anyway. They waited an entire day to get people riled up and pissed off, and then they dropped it right the next day. They're clever bastards. Clever, evil bastards.
Clever bastards.
Pretty much.
Now it's time for the cooking of you.
Anyway.
So...
What's next?
PS4 taken apart by engineering director. That actually came out today.
That's nice.
Mm-hmm. So, what I would like to do is play the video, and we're going to comment it on that at the same time. So I'm going to send my buddy Andy here
Oh boy, here
a
we
link
go.
to it. Look, it's a little bit of show and tell. You shouldn't be so pissed off.
You are interrupting my pornography, good sir.
Is that what you call it?
What? I think we call pornography, but yeah, sure, let's go with that.
No, I'm just trying to say. I didn't know
Link it.
I did not know you got a little aroused from watching consoles being ripped open.
Oh no, I'm talking about the horrible things that are being done to this woman with large shafts, but that's okay. Let's talk about your electronics.
You said the horrible thing for the woman with the large shaft?
No, horrible things that are being done to this woman with large shafts.
Oh.
I need to spell it out for you, don't I? Here, let me send you the link to the video then.
No.
I gotta find a really, really bad one.
All right,
Like
so now what I want you to do is play this video at the same
time
time.
to go to 4chan.
Oh, yeah. No. Fuck 4chan. Let's just play this damn video. Ready?
I don't think you want to put your
Just play
your
the fucking
Okay,
video.
okay. Jeez, what a woman. Anyway.
Tell me when you hit play.
Yeah, I'm hitting play. Okay, so I see that they've broken it down. I see some Asian guy opening the bots. I have to take down the sound so it doesn't interfere with the recording.
Yeah, but I want to hear your commentary.
Great shame to family if I disagree. That's all I'm really getting from this. Okay, very nice. Very sleek. Shiny. Not really that impressed. It's basically like any other bots console system thing.
Look, he's wearing surgical gloves.
Really? No. They're not surgical gloves. Those are the puffy gloves specifically to avoid dust. Those are like antiquing gloves.
Which, and he takes off the gloves anyway. 2 of the seals are to discourage the opening of the PS4. Well, that's not going to stop me now, is it?
You'll be able to tell. Really? I'll be able to tell. That's
not if you could buy reprints of the stickers.
Are the 4 you see here. Oh, brilliant. Brilliant engineering.
I actually think that's pretty, honestly, I think that's pretty cool how they did it
great,
from the back.
especially when it's being, you know, assembled by small Chinese kids.
It's basically the same.
That's right. That's right.
No,
Touch it.
I know, but it's the same. Hey, it's the same exact design as the PlayStation 3 Slim on the internals. I am pretty impressed though that they were able to get the power supply inside. Something that Microsoft couldn't do now.
No, actually, what the guy was a regulator. The power supply is still inside the machine. What happens is that the capacitors don't come with the right volt protection. And so the thing is that they're not able to fully protect their machine because it draws way too much power. Even compared to the PS4, I gotta give it to them. This machine doesn't draw as much power or as much voltage.
But it's
which is not,
50%
both are not the
more
same thing.
powerful.
I know we're gonna get angry comments from engineers about that. That's a different story.
I love that they decided to stick with the slot loaders, because you know me, I love my slot loaders.
Yeah, you're a slut. Congratulations, 1 screw to remove the hard drive. And yeah, they went with the tiny solid state thing.
Well, it's not solid state, that's just
It looks like a solid state. Most of the solid states nowadays are about that size. And yeah, you're right. It's a normal crappy. Yeah, I said crappy. Okay, that's very nice. Dude, this isn't a holy relic. Just pull it.
I love that they decided to use a heterogeneous chip, where the GPU and the CPU is on one chip.
It would make a lot of sense, especially if we're talking about a console, since they're trying to put it all in one. But honestly, it'd be kind of a waste of like form factor. Heating wise, you have to put more output into the heat dispersion system with something like that.
But look at how like cheap it looks.
It looks like old vacuum cleaner components. Yes, it is nice. Did you know that Sony used to be a fruit stand? No, in the beginning, Sony was just selling fruit in Japan. Years ago.
Now Apple sells fruit.
No, Apple sells piles of crap, but that's a different story. No, it was something either fruit or some type of food or vacuum cleaner. So it was one of those three.
All this video has done though so far is it's like really showed off how fucking cheap this console is.
No, it shows off how fucking Japanese it is. Now, tonight's beverage, boys and girls, is Blue Moon.
You're drinking to this video.
No, I'm drinking. The video's just playing in the background. Okay, a couple of USB 3.0 connectors. That's to be expected, especially auxiliary connector, gigabit Ethernet. Ooh, yeah, because that's so new. Stop being so fucking happy about it. And also putting the HDMI input next to Ethernet. Wasn't there something along the lines with the PS? The USB 3.0 giving off small electromagnetic interference. Along
Well,
with other
they're on
cables.
opposite ends of the board.
ヒートシンクが
I thought they would put them right next to it. No, I must be seeing it wrong. Look at that heatsink. Look at
Such
that
a
baby.
tiny thing. I like it.
使われております。
They actually
That's not only
designed
the
it
thing.
well.
The rest of the board under it is also part of the heatsink.
Well, not only that, what I'm trying to say is like
こ
their
ちらのファンは
heatsink design is actually
直径 85mm
good.
の遠心式のファン
It
に
has to be. The thing is fucking.
空気の
You're having the
空気量
CPU and GPU in the same thing. You
No,
have to
what
do
I'm
that.
talking about is look at the PS3. The PS3 has always had shit heat sinks. Horribly designed heat
Yeah,
sinks.
that's true.
骨格となるメインフレームです
It is. I have to admit, this is an
こちらを
engineering
すべ
marvel
て
that
組
they're
み立
able
て
to
る
get all
とプ
that
レイステー
shit
ショ
into
ン
a tiny
4が完成
box.
します
It's the Japanese. If anyone can put shit into a tiny box, it's them. So yes, congratulations on doing
No,
one
it's
of the
not the
few things.
Japanese. It's the Chinese children workers that putting.
Japanese designed it, the Chinese manufactured. Fucking deal with it. Globalization, motherfucker. Although it is impressive, I have to agree. What was not impressive was the weird guy and his antique gloves and creepiness.
He's like, oh my god, this is like.
That man has never seen pornography in his life. That's for sure. I can
What's
tell you
funny is I've taken apart something much more expensive, and that is a GTX 690.
That. Oh, did you see the 780 Ti?
Yeah, I've heard about it. The titanium edition.
Oh
for,
my
780.
god! I actually want one now.
Well,
4K, babe. Direct 4K.
well,
Don't.
you look.
Nothing uses it. Nothing will give you 4K, but you can have it if you could.
Well, here's the thing. Wake me up when a 790 is released, because that it will be the day that I sell my 690 and upgrade to a 790. It's going to be a nice day.
Sure. Why not?
Well, I was excited. I was actually caught off guard that they kind of did an unboxing. Even though they said they wouldn't, they kind of did.
Kind of did. Yeah.
All I know is that the box looked really flimsy and cheap when he was opening it. Like, it looked like it was just made out of a bag. The console up close looks so fucking cheap. Him opening it up shows how fucking cheap it is on the inside. Cheap, cheap, cheap. That's why it's only $400.
Oh yeah, that's cheap.
No, whereas look, you know, the PlayStation 3, the original 60 gig console, really does feel, you know, premium. It has that
$599 US.
Hell
$500.
yeah, so $200 more, you get a more, you know,
Shitty console. This is shitty. This is shittier.
I mean,
No.
it looks gorgeous. I mean, you can't deny. I mean, the piano black with the high gloss on the disk drive and everything, and then the fact that it has media card slots and 4 USB ports. That's right. I use 4.
So many slots.
Oh, I don't know what I'm gonna do with the PS4 because I always use 3 slots on my PS3.
That is what she said.
Exactly, 3 slots.
Oh boy.
Yes, we can't recover.
What we
from
can
that.
take away from the video is the fact that yes, the size comparison does make sense. Yes, they've most likely taken care of the heating problem, so we'll avoid that from the PS3 era. Yes, it is shiny and black as we all expected, so hey, no more new surprises on that front. And yes, at least they were smart enough to put the USB 3.0 ports on the opposite side
Oh
of
my
everything.
god. This looks so fucking awesome. I gotta show you this.
Here we go.
This is a gorgeous photo. Oh, wow. I would love to be in this room right now.
Okay, let's see what it is. It's from Destructoid, so you know it's good. I don't know if I don't know if you can actually put this into the video at some point.
I
but
will put this into the video.
What we're looking at right now is a warehouse full of PS4s. As far as the eye can see,
Oh, yeah.
mediocrity abounds on these piles and piles of heaping semi-tech.
What's funny is this is going to be the first PlayStation console that I unbox from factory packaging since the PlayStation
sexy.
2. I never owned a brand new PlayStation 3.
I did. Not fun.
It's funny, though, that how the
I never actually
console-
played a PS2 growing up. I played a PS2 after, around the time of the Xbox and PlayStation 2.
Well, yeah, that was a year after, though.
And so what happened was is that no, the original PlayStation was like
Oh.
for sale, at like GameStop for like about, I don't know, $50.
Yeah, that's when it was PS1, where it was the tinier console.
And then I got that. I got a whole bunch of games, the natural, the Final Fantasies, the Crash Bandicoots, everything that you needed in order to experience PlayStationism, because all the games were like $5.
Yeah.
The first thing that I bought from my first job, I wasted all my money on video games. Best thing ever. I mean, eventually, 3 months later, I sold it back for other video games for the Xbox, but those were some awesome 3 months.
This guy, he was a PlayStation fan, but then he just went straight up Microsoft. And now...
No, I went straight to PC after. Why? Because I got myself a really, really good PC, and I was able to enjoy PC gaming for a while.
Yeah.
Then shit got complicated. Like a chihuahua lost in a sea of Doberman. I was inadequate.
You were... Now this is turning into a Viagra commercial.
Success.
But with this new massive graphics card, I am now sufficient.
Oh, yeah. Actually, no. I went the dual route. I got two massive 770s.
Just look at my pair of balls.
Just look at them.
They work
They
in
need
unison.
their own heating elements.
They both output in one port.
If I were to place a toast between them, the heat of their operation would toast it.
I'm pretty sure you can light a match off the exhaust of these damn cards. Heck, I mean, the fact that my graphics card in my rig heats up the entire floor. Like, the entire first floor of my house is heated with the exhaust of this fucking card.
Oh, man.
But it's quiet, and I love quiet.
He likes quiet when he sets things on fire.
Which I am looking forward to. Is the PS4 going to be much more quiet? Now, I know my father, he has the PlayStation 3 Slim, and I've used it once, and I was amazed at how quiet it was. Compared to the original 60 gig PlayStation 3, that sounds like a leaf blower after, 10 minutes of gameplay. This thing was dead silent, even when you're playing Call of Duty. So... yeah, we'll actually cover a little bit of Call of Duty, and then we'll call it an episode. But, I'm really curious about this. Now, did you know that I bought Call of Duty Ghosts?
Yeah, we know.
Do you think any less of me because I bought it?
John, I can tell you as a friend, long ago, it is impossible for me to think any less of you.
Was it when you kicked my ass in Magic the Gathering?
No. It's just, in general, I cannot think any less of you. It is physically impossible. In
that's
fact, if I
because
try...
I know.
In fact, if I
why.
try, Stephen Hawking,
It's the...
Michio Kaku,
We're talking
Bill
about...
Nye, and I don't know, let's go with, I don't know, insert famous physicist here,
No,
will come to my house and say, yo, quit it.
we're talking about the V-dub days.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, Vista Whore. I can't believe I lost my, my faith, and I also lost credibility.
Why do you like Vista? What is wrong with you?
Dude, you're not
Did
a
someone
real
do something
techie.
horrible in your life?
Yes, I'm like goth. I need to.
Were you beaten
hurt
up
myself.
were you beaten up by a pack of fat Linux users? What what happened?
Okay. Now going to Call of Duty Ghosts. What I am doing right now is just looking at the box because that's all I can do until my PlayStation 4 comes.
Wah, wah, wah.
I was debating. I honestly, this is how sad it was. I was debating on just going out and buying a PS3 copy just to play for a week.
Because nowadays it makes total sense to sell the games before you sell a console.
True. Well, no, they did the same shit for the Wii U. I got Call of Duty Black Ops 2. I got it, I think, like a few days
I don't want to
before
be the guy,
console.
but I have to be the guy that says, nobody cares about the Wii U.
The same thing happened to the Vita, where I got those games before they got the console, too.
Yeah,
Oh, wait, this is the part where you're like, no one cares about the Vita, John.
Yeah, no, nobody cared about the Vita. Nobody cared about the PSP. Nobody cared about it's just, no.
Well, no. You cared about the fucking PSP.
I got a
This guy was
PSP.
flailing it around saying, aha, I got
Yeah,
one.
because
You
I
don't.
loved fucking hacking it, but that was about it. Then
Yeah.
it got stolen one day. I was like, okay.
Someone hacked your locker.
No. The thing was is that I was stupid enough to leave the locker open because I never had anything worthwhile in there. So
Oh, that's true. The PSP was not worthwhile.
nope. It was a gift given to me by an asshole, so it was like, eh. It was kind of half-half at that point.
But,
it was fun for homebrewing, I do agree, and it was a hell of a hacking platform. That's another story for another time.
Let's discuss Call of Duty. Let's just finally do it. Now, I said I was going to make a video. Well, this is it. I don't have a problem with the series. Obviously, I don't because I bought it. Now,
nobody has a problem with the series. They have a problem with the methodology of which the games are marketed. But go on.
Yes, well, people are saying that it's the same shit every time they release it, but I don't necessarily have a problem with that because it's something that I want. And before people say it's exactly like Rock Band, it's exactly like Guitar Hero, where they're releasing all the time. No. They were ridiculous because it was like every 3 months they were releasing a brand new disc copy of Guitar Hero or Rock Band. You remember you had the Aerosmith collection, you had the Beatles collection, you had Beatles Rock Band, you had AC/DC Guitar Hero. So like they were releasing all these specialties, then they would release like 80s or classic rock band. It's like, dude, what the fuck? These could have just been DLC packs, but no, we have to release it for $60. And all the controllers you bought are no longer compatible.
Womp, womp, womp.
That's what killed Rock Band and Guitar Hero. They're not releasing a Call of Duty every 3 weeks, okay? It's not that bad. At least it's once a year. I can deal with that. And also, when a brand new console comes out, you want the Call of Duty to be on the new console. So I don't see a problem with it. Would I have bought Call of Duty Ghosts if I wasn't getting a PS4? Probably not. I think mainly because I'm buying a PS4 is why I bought Call of Duty Ghosts. I wasn't enthusiastic about it when they announced it. I was like, it's just a Call of Duty game. I mean, I enjoy it, but I'm not crazy about it. I'm not that guy that was like, oh my god, it's the only game I fucking play. That's League of Legends.
We're not going to get started on that because there's no way audio can capture how hard my eyes are rolling.
Exactly. The circle jerk in motion in my soul.
What is it? The jerking action. My arm is not long enough for the jerking action in my soul. Mm-hmm. There we go.
You came up with the saying, and yet you forget it?
I didn't come up with it. I got it from someplace else. I can't remember where. Perfect, because it was encapsulating my feelings of the moment. If I come up with something... no. I haven't yet.
So, officially, we're going to call this title, It Is Coming. Wait. Actually, didn't I title one of those before?
I think so.
Oh,
so you could do "It Is Coming" also, or "It Is Coming to," or that's what she said, or I don't know.
Well, here we did this. We did Sony. You have some splaining to do, which I don't know. I did this at 3 in the fucking morning, and that's why it's episode 36 in the title.
And we still had one guy say, "Hey, don't you mean episode? Yeah, you're important. Everyone cares that you pointed it out. I hope you feel better about yourself because you and I both know, random person of the internet, that your life is so deep, hollow, and miserably shit that you have to go online to a tiny little podcast that only a handful of dicks listen to and just say the dumbest possible thing that can come to mind is, hey, they told me not to do something. Let me type it because it's ironic. Oh my god, you fucking ironic sons of bitches. Whatever happened to class? May you place a penis down your throat and leave it there. And choke on it. Preferably one from, what was it? What's that store that does the dragon dildos?
We're back to that.
Yes, we are. We cannot escape the dragon. Dragon dildos are like Hitler. With as few clicks as possible, you can always find a connection to them on Wikipedia.
Which, actually, someone drew a Hitler picture with the swastika in the comment section on my video. He released it an hour ago. Go to the Google Plus new comments
dear fucking God.
video that you commented
Is
on.
there anything these people won't
I'm
do?
serious. Do it. And the guy, like one guy had to write.
I'm not going to give him the satisfaction of going to see it. You're telling me it happened? Okay, it happened. I'll take your word for it.
I can't believe they did it, but they did it.
But I'm not taking time to fucking see that shit.
Did you ever see the video where the guy took the Windows logo, the Windows Vista logo, and then turned it into a swastika, like it was a morph?
Yeah. There's a bunch of movies, videos like that they turn everything into fucking like swastikas.
The Third Reich has not left us.
Oh my God, could you be more white?
Whoa. Yep. So
Another blue moon down the hatch.
Hey, I'm gonna fucking drink every time I want to read a fucking comment.
You should. It helps.
I think
in fact, you should drink whenever you need to do something, period. It helps.
I have to say, it's a really fucking popular video I haven't released. Shit.
Yes, and hopefully it becomes more popular and people become more aware of the fact that Google sucks.
I love how you're the top comment.
Yeah, that's great.
Because I whitelisted you, so you're always the top.
Oh, son of a bitch. Now I got that. Oh, did you guys hear that? I think it's either today or tomorrow or sometime next week as well, that Lay's is releasing chocolate-covered Lay's potato chips?
Really?
This is a true thing. This is a real thing.
Is this almost as good as the candy corn Oreos?
I don't know what the fuck... Candy corn Oreos. What witchcraft do you speak of, sir?
No, that exists. Go to Amazon, type in candy corn Oreos. They made them.
I'm doing that now. Candy corn Oreos. That's like... I need this. Oh my God, I need this in my life. Jesus Christ, that's awesome. Wait, only in Amazon or what?
It was supposed to be a seasonal thing, but apparently Amazon still has them.
Bitch, please, I got Prime. Come on.
Overnight that bitch.
Overnight that. Put it into my mouth.
Wait, they have the subscription option on the side, so if you need to keep on ordering it.
Oh my God.
You never knew about these?
I did not know about these, and I'm one of the few people on the planet that actually loves candy corn.
I love candy corn, too.
I don't understand why people hate it. You know what? That's the question for tonight, folks. Gamers out there, why do you hate candy corn?
I think we should definitely do that. Ask one question per episode, and then we'll see what people write. So, yeah, we'll start off with 2 questions. Are you buying a PS4? And... why do you hate candy corn?
Why? Why do you hate candy corn?
And we will show a picture. If you can draw a candy corn in the comments.
Oh my God. Anyway, on the indie gaming news, along with the fact of, I don't know if anyone took the fact that there was a huge Halloween sale on Steam and a ton of stuff.
I did the Humble Bundle, so I got the both Batman games, the 2 Fear games.
Actually, before the Humble Bundle, they had the Batman games on sale the previous weekend. So,
well, I got this all for $5. So
yeah,
same
here. It's been huge. Now, on the indie gaming front, there's a huge project that just finished, got fully funded in Kickstarter called Pulsar Lost Colony. The only reason that I'm pointing this out is, have you ever heard of another game called Artemis?
Yes, you told me about this.
Where it is a spaceship bridge simulator. Mm-hmm. You have to run it on different... It has to be a land, blah, blah, blah. Okay. This game, Pulsar Lost Colony, is that concept taken to the next level. Fully online experience where you can play co-op with up to 4 other people on a ship, flying through space, landing, teleporting down to planets, flying to space stations and docking, teleporting onto other ships as boarding actions. It's a hell of a thing. Not only did they get fully funded, they went close to 10% above their necessary funding, which meant that they hit a couple of their first stretch goals. Huge thing, Oculus support, multiplayer support, along with co-op. There's a shit ton of stuff that they added in. There's a great soundtrack being built. Guys, check this out. If you help them with some more money, get a few more extra orders in, you're looking at a few other cool things that they're willing to add. From space stations, additional space stations, personal space stations, stuff like that. You see me say space station a lot. Just understand that this is a Kickstarter project. indie as fuck. This thing is like bare bones operation, and they've been able to create what looks like a very engaging universe. So, I say give them a shot. Once again, that's Pulsar Lost Colony. Check it out on Kickstarter.
Well, I, just got an invite on YouTube by a company called Game Art Studio,
Ooh,
and they make a game called Quantum Rush.
I know this game.
You do?
Yep.
I just got an invite to a closed beta test.
Ooh, good for you. Quantum Rush is a racing game, futuristic racing game, if I remember correctly. And currently, they had part in their Kickstarter thing.
Yep. Well, the other thing is,
that's
it reminds me heavily of Wipeout,
It is a throwback to Wipeout.
which is good
In
because
fact,
the company
there
is
was
closed.
a Wipeout game called Quantum Rush. If you remember, the PS3 title was actually Quantum Rush. So it's kind of a throwback to it. Definitely interested in it. Good for you. Let's see if anyone else is interested. Their Kickstarter page is still around.
Yeah, I'll definitely check it out. I haven't bothered, but I'm gonna do
I
that.
say check it out because I love those games like that. The little tiny like alphas and betas that go all over the place.
Which Cryamore, I have no fucking clue. Like, I know we have our little indie week, which I'm gonna always top it off with. Is Cryamore actually still around? Because I donated $270 to this fucking thing.
It's still there and it's still being developed, but you know how long it takes to develop. There's a bunch of other ones that I've developed that I'm still waiting for.
Starting next year, they're gonna start releasing all the stuff, like all the stretch goal things.
Nice.
They're gonna finally give everybody it, which is gonna be good.
Like it.
Let's see. What was the...
Oh, and one more on my end. This is Steam based. This is an early access game on Steam called Contagion.
I've heard of it.
It's a very, very, very polished source-based game that they take everything that's great out of Left 4 Dead and take out the arcadey bits. And they take everything that's great about Arma, they take everything that's great about DayZ, or actually, no, World War Z, or the other one that was, they had the pay-to-play system, but not the game ready. I forgot the name of that one. War Z, that's the one. Now it's called something else. They take all the good parts of all those games and they put it into one. It's a very, very buggy beta, but it's perfect. It is perfect. You have the atmosphere, you have the tension, you have... The graphics are actually pretty impressive, and they run on my shitty rig right here. So you don't have to worry about whether it runs or not. It's only $15 for an access to an early beta, which will give you the full game once it's done. And there's an active community out there playing this. And right now, it's only like one level. There's PvP and PvE servers. PvE is kind of like the story-wide server that you're in this police, kind of like prison/police station, and you're moving through, trying to get out, eventually be rescued at the top by a helicopter. If you've ever played Left 4 Dead, you know exactly how this is going to go. But if you have played Left 4 Dead, you're also going to think, hey, I'm going to be swarmed by zombies. No, there's a limited and correct and normal, like fucking logical amount of zombies. And they move like you would think a diseased person would. And yet, it's actually fucking scary because it doesn't matter how many times you fucking hit them in the chest. You got to get a couple in the head. Even if you shoot them once in the head, it's not enough. It's like real body physics. You got to break through. So it's like, fuck you! Well, I fell in love with the game because I was playing with a friend of mine called Rubaz. He is like... If you've ever thought of what a Viking would be like in modern days, that'd be him. The man is a Swedish Viking. He could have a broken foot. He would still take some like fucking ale, chug it down, and say, okay, we're two nuts. He's that kind of guy. He fell in love with this game. He begged me for a couple of weeks to get it. I said, okay, let's see what this pile of turd is like. 10 minutes in, I was in love.
All right, so it looks like that's what I'm going to be playing.
Definitely suggest it. It's $15, early access beta, and if you got friends, you're going to have a good time.
Are you my friend or no?
We'll look into that.
Okay.
I got to get you in a game with some of my Viking friends.
I know. I only played War Z like a few, not
DayZ.
War Z, DayZ a few times.
Yeah, we had a server up, and now it's down.
Damn it.
Unfortunately, we all got jobs or going to school. One of us is even becoming a doctor. So,
Damn it.
life,
Fuck you,
universe,
life.
and everything.
I find that lately, like with my job, I just don't really have as much time to play video games as I used to.
Sadly. What was it? Something like Gary's Mod. They had a couple of things. One is Trouble in Terrorist Town. Another one is Murder. Another one is... those things completely passed me by. Did not even notice them. Took some time this weekend to play in Gary's Mod. Wow. That's fun. That is like good fun. Yeah, you're still shooting people, but there's at least an air of mystery behind it.
Remember the good old days when I showed you the Tower of Terror ride in Gary's Mod?
Yeah,
I loved that.
that was fun.
Oh yeah. Then I would just for fun, I would just put a zombie, spawn them right inside the elevator, and then I would go to the exit. So I would let it run the whole ride, and then sure enough, the zombie pops out of the elevator, and I shoot him. Or I would do the whole who would win thing. I would put like 2 civilians with guns and then put 2 cops with crowbars. And then put them through so that where they're fighting each other the entire time in the elevator.
And then someone had to be the asshole and spawn like 15 attack choppers and ruin the game for everybody. Because they were, unkillable. So anyway.
Well, whoever won, I won. Because I killed them. It was such a very good thing. And I remember the guy said he was going to start doing like others, like other Disney rides. I thought that was awesome.
Another thing on the indie game corner, Kerbal Space Program. Recent update 0.22. Holy crap! Career mode is finally set and working, and science is now something that you can gather in each mission. So you can literally earn each new part in succession by how well you do in a specific mission, i.e. how much science you collect in that launch. If you collect enough science, hey, you unlock a few new parts, and then you're up there longer, faster, better, blah, blah, blah. Huh. The level of challenge that they add to the game in career mode by limiting the amount of parts that you can use and having to MacGyver yourself into orbit long enough. I love it. I freaking love it. Sandbox mode is one thing, but career mode, for the guys who are aficionados in Sims, if you really want to have to think, sit down and think, fuck, how can I get this guy to stay in orbit for more than a few minutes? I loved it. So, if you haven't gotten Kerbal Space Program before, now is the time to get it because the price is just right and it's still being developed. It's on Steam. You can't get it cheaper before it goes to a full-blown game, which, trust me, this is one of those full-blown games that is going to be easily $50, and it's going to be worth every dollar either way. So, that's another one to keep a lookout for.
Cool.
Any games on your end?
Knack, Call of Duty, and Killzone Shadowfall. Which, actually, I have to say, I did watch, they had you could download a 500 meg, 1 minute long video clip streaming directly from the PlayStation 4, and they're showing off Killzone Shadowfall multiplayer.
Mm-hmm.
I'm actually pretty impressed with what they're pulling off on that.
Nice.
And this goes back to what we were saying, that over time they find new ways to develop graphics and stuff, and your hardware doesn't necessarily have to change to see it.
That's true. It's all about encoding, throughput, and also if your thing isn't doing anything else.
Exactly. The hardware in our rigs are pretty damn capable. Remember, 3 times more powerful than the PlayStation 4 is in my rig. 3 times more powerful. I just have to keep sticking out there. My penis has to be much larger.
Yes, to stroke his penis every now and then.
Ooh, I'm unboxing this baby.
Oh, God.
What? I'm sorry. I drank a Red Bull and I'm eating candy canes right now, so...
So this is you on a sugar high?
Yes.
Oh, my God. Ladies and gents, please leave in the comments. We got to do a drunk episode, an actual, real drunk episode. I got this guy a bottle of gin.
Which I've only drank like 1% of it.
He has not touched it. And I'm not talking like shitty gin. I'm talking the best gin on the planet. Now, we may have actually mentioned this in a previous episode. So, in the comments, write down if you know what gin I gave Jack here as a moving day present. And if you do, you can feel really good about yourself knowing that you knew that.
Yes. And if you can guess how many ounces of it I have consumed.
No, that's too easy because it's going to be less than one. Anything that's
Well,
less
fuck
than
you,
one.
buddy. I've taken 2 shots
You
of it.
are a lightweight, my friend. Lightweight. We need to get you drinking.
No. I've
Yes.
never been drunk before.
And that is a shame. Actually, no. If you know how to drink, you'll never be drunk.
So you want me to just do like 10 shots, like right before a
No,
show?
I want you to do more than one shot. I want you to actually enjoy it. Not even do a shot. Just put 1 or 2 fingers in a glass, sit down, and go through it with 1 ice. Just, go through it. Enjoy it.
I
Savor it.
tried. I
Put
couldn't
some
savor
tonic in
I
it. if you're-
tried. Oh no, I was thinking of pouring some Sprite or Coke into it.
If you do that, I will find you, kill you, and make it look like you committed suicide because you found out you were gay. I will hate you that much to do that. I will go into that much detail upon your supposed suicide, okay? And I will make it look like your gay lover was black. That bad. I will go into that much detail. Don't you dare disrespect Jin. With Sprite. What are you, an 18-year-old girl in high school?
No.
Jeez.
That wraps it up, guys. I'm
I
done.
take my liquor seriously. What do you expect?
I know.
A man has to have his principles.
And I need to have my sugar.
Well, from all of us at the Sugar and Booze House, platypus, everybody.